Leah, what are you up to?
Oh, they will post our grades today for the essay.
Oh, okay, good luck.
Thanks. I wonder what I got. Probably a 95. 100 would be fine too. Let's see. Come on, give me a 95. What? 30 over 100? That is crazy! Why did I get 30 over 100? Unbelievable! Teacher's comments. Let's see. Thesis lacks arguable claim. Please revise and resubmit. What? I don't even know what claim is. I need to revise or else I'll fail this assignment. What am I gonna do? Reading and writing.
Hi there! 30 over 100, huh? You know what? I believe you can do better. So, you need help setting up an arguable claim in your thesis statement. I can totally help you with that. Let me introduce you to claims. I am Teacher Kit, your virtual teacher, and welcome to another episode of Reading and Writing. So, first question, what is a claim? In everyday context, a claim is a belief, argument, assertion, or declaration about a certain topic. You and I actually make claims every day without even knowing it. It could be a declaration about the simplest and most mundane of things we observe daily. Here are some examples. Today is going to be a good day. I look good. I always look good. What? This online ticket is so expensive. See? As long as we express some sort of opinion about something, it could be considered as a claim. Pretty easy, huh? However, a claim is totally different and more complex in academic writing. In academic writing, a claim refers to the main argument of your essay. I'm not talking about a heated and angry quarrel or fight you had with your sibling or friend, or even girlfriend. In academic writing, an argument refers to reasons given with the goal to persuade or convince other people that an idea is right or wrong. Throughout your essay, you'll be making argument after argument. However, your main and most important argument is what we call a claim. Your thesis statement should present a claim of sorts as the controlling argument of your essay. Does that make sense? Let's explain this further by learning what a claim really is. Here are the 4 characteristics of a claim. Number 1, a claim is the foundation of an essay. Think of your essay as a building, with a claim as the foundation that holds your arguments together. The persuasiveness, effectiveness, and quality of your entire essay depends on the quality of your claim as well. If your claim is weak, your essay will most likely crumble and fall apart. If your claim is boring, then the rest of your essay will be boring too. Now, if your claim is thoughtful and interesting, then you'll have a pretty thoughtful and interesting essay as well. Number 2, a claim defines your essay's goals, direction, and scope. A claim in your thesis statement is like your essay's roadmap. Once your readers read your claim, they will form an expectation for the rest of your essay. They will know the topics you'll be discussing as well as the order that they will be discussed in your body paragraphs. Your claim will also limit the scope of your discussion. This is why once a claim is set, make sure all the points you promise to discuss and prove are discussed and proven by the end of your essay. Number 3, a claim must be argumentative. Wait up! Everybody say that word with me. Argumentative. One more time. Argumentative. Great job, guys. Well, a claim that is argumentative allows for the interpretation and investigation of a certain stance or position about a topic. This means that your claim or your thesis statement should be debatable. You take a topic that is generally agreed or disagreed upon, or a topic that has varying interpretations in the academic world. Then, you take a stance or position with a topic. Afterwards, you dedicate an entire essay in proving your stance using cold, hard evidence, such as quotations, statistics, and expert opinions from credible sources. Lastly, a claim should be specific. Your claim should make a focused and precise argument about a topic. It should outline specific points of argument that you will be discussing in your essay. These points of argument signal the topic of your body paragraphs, as well as the scope of your discussion. Avoid claims that are too general. These claims will widen your scope, making your readers confused about the limits of your discussion. So, these are the characteristics of a good claim. First, it serves as the foundation of your essay. Second, it defines your essay's goals, direction, and scope. Third, it is argumentative. And fourth and last, it is specific. To further establish what a claim really is, it actually pays to know what it is not. First, a claim is not a statement of fact. This means that facts that are obvious and are morally and traditionally accepted don't really count as claims. For example, the sun rises from the east. Illegal drugs are harmful. Not a claim. Exercise is good for your health is also not a claim. Stealing is a crime. Hens lay eggs. These examples are pretty obvious facts and are widely accepted as constant and unchangeable. So, you don't really present anything substantial for argument or debate. I mean, who would debate that hens lay eggs, right? Second claim. A claim is not merely an opinion. In an academic essay, you can have claims such as these. Palabok is delicious. I love OPM. Flip-flops are better than rubber shoes. That man serving as our barangay captain is a bad person. What is wrong with these statements, by the way? Well, first of all, an argument should be supported by evidence. Opinions like these statements are more likely supported by, well, more opinions. Arguable claims go beyond just stating an opinion. We need claims backed by hard, credible facts. A solid claim clearly outlines the basis of the argument and addresses the "so what" question in an essay. It specifically tells the reader why they should care about this claim in the first place. So, what does an effective claim look like? Let's revise the opinions we discussed earlier. Now, instead of writing "palabok is delicious," Consider writing this. Palabok stands out among other Filipino delicacies because of its unique sauce, practicality of preparation, and versatility of ingredients. Notice that our new claim clearly defines the direction of our essay. Not only that, it is also argumentative and debatable. Lastly, it is also specific. We know exactly the basis of why palabok is a standout among other Filipino delicacies. The claim presents three bases as points of discussion in our body paragraphs. Here's another example. Instead of writing, "I love OPM," write, "Original Pinoy music, or OPM, is a significant promoter of nationalism and Filipino identity, especially among teenagers." Your claim now is a lot better. We now know that your essay will discuss OPM as, first, a promoter of nationalism, and second, a promoter of Filipino identity. We can actually predict the contents of your body paragraphs by just reading your claim. Once again, it has direction, it is also argumentative, and most of all, it is specific. Here's our third example. Instead of writing, "Flip-flops are better than rubber shoes," consider writing this. "Flip-flops are a better type of footwear to use in beaches because it is light, waterproof, and easy to wear." Once again, this claim sets the direction of your essay. It is also argumentative and specific. Now, for our last example, instead of writing, "That man serving as our barangay captain is a bad person," try this instead. With proven cases of misuse of local funds, untoward public behavior, and bullying, Barangay Captain Juan de la Cruz should be immediately removed from his office. See how these opinions become full-fledged claims with the right details? Well done! Checkpoint! See if you can separate the claims from the facts and opinions. On a piece of paper, write the word "claim" if the statement is a claim. Write "not a claim" if the statement is not a claim. Are you ready? Let's get started. Number 1. Teacher Kit is handsome. Claim or not a claim? Go! The answer is not a claim. This statement is more of an opinion, although according to my mom, it's a fact. Just kidding. Anyway, number 2. Local barangays should implement stricter stray dog control to promote street cleanliness and dog owner responsibility. Claim or not a claim? Go! This statement is a claim. It gives direction, it is argumentative, and it is specific. Number 3. Twitter is a better social media platform than Facebook. Claim or not a claim? Go! The answer is not a claim, at least in academic writing standards. Although it argues about which is of greater value, it doesn't really tell us how Twitter is the better option. Perhaps adding specific reasons as to why Twitter is better will make this statement an effective claim. Number 4. Most women employees have their opinions disregarded and experience harassment in the workplace because of the inherent sexism in the corporate culture. Claim or not a claim? Go! The answer is claim. Last number, number 5. Should swearing in school be grounds for suspension? Claim or not a claim? Go! This is actually a no-brainer, not a claim. This is actually a question. Great job, guys! We now know what a claim is and what it is not. Remember that an effective claim is, first, serves as the foundation of your essay. Second, it defines your essay's goals, direction, and scope. It is argumentative. And lastly, it is specific. Remember these parameters when you create your own claim or evaluate claims from other essays. Depending on your purpose, a writer has several types of claims to use in his arsenal. We have three main types of claims we commonly use in most essays. These claims are called the claim of fact, the claim of policy, and the claim of value. Today, we'll discuss the first type of claim, the claim of fact. So, what is a claim of fact? A claim of fact is a statement that reports, describes, predicts, and makes causal claims on whether something is a fact or not. It asserts that a condition has existed, exists, or will exist. Just like any claim, claims of fact are supported by factual data like statistics. Instances are examples and expert testimony. To make sense of claims of fact, let's discuss what a fact is first. A fact is something that is known and proven to be true. It is an undisputed truth confirmed by our senses, like the sun is warm or dead fish smell bad. It could also be a truth confirmed by experts or scholars who specialize in a certain field of study. Examples are the Earth is an oblate spheroid, or water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So, why would a claim of fact even exist if we all agree on facts? Well, there are actually several reasons or situations wherein facts can be argued or debated upon in an academic essay. Let's find out what the situations are. Situation number 1. Varying interpretations of facts. Although facts are inherently undisputable in their most basic level, their meaning may be different depending on how they're interpreted and perceived by people. These varying interpretations lead to varying points of view about a subject. This is actually perfectly normal. People naturally perceive things differently. Just take a snake, for example. Some people totally despise snakes, while some keep them as pets. In varying interpretations, such as these examples, a claim of fact may be used. Here is a neutral fact that may be interpreted differently depending on perspective. The local barangay unit bought a new van. Some may interpret this fact in this manner. The newly bought barangay van would be an efficient vehicle for patrol rescue and transport purposes. Now, some may interpret this as such. The newly bought barangay van is a waste of local funds supposedly meant for livelihood support, relief operations, and needy residents. See? Same fact, but different interpretations. Situation number 2. Causal relationships. This situation is common when we compare different causes of the same effect. For example, what could be causing the increase of teenage pregnancy in the country? Here are two claims that present different causes to the same effect. This is the first claim. The lack of sex education and parental supervision have led to the increase of teenage pregnancy in the country. Now, the second claim. The inaccessibility and high costs of contraceptives and other birth control products have led to the increase of teenage pregnancy in the country. See how these two claims use different facts for their causes to arrive at the same conclusion. In this case, a claim of fact can be argued. Situation number 3, predictions. A prediction is a foretelling of an event that will happen in the future. In this case though, I'm not talking about getting your fortune told or perhaps reading your daily horoscope. A claim of fact can be made if you use existing facts and data to predict a phenomenon in the future. This is more than fortune telling, as you make an informed and educated estimate of a probability in the future. Take this claim for example. If modular learning continues in the next school year, students will experience low academic performance in speaking and listening. This is a conditional statement that makes a prediction in the future. This actually sounds like a causal relationship. However, the effect is yet to be certain because, well, it hasn't happened yet. Here is another example. With the increasing popularity of Korean novellas and K-pop in the Philippines, ticket sales of airlines bound for Korea is expected to rise. Once again, based on facts that state causes, an effect is predicted to happen in the future. Much like when you don't talk to your crush right now, you'll regret it later. A claim of fact. Just kidding. Situation number 4, new data. In some fields, scientists and researchers constantly discover new data and information. Some of these new data debunk or replace existing data that was once widely accepted by a lot of people. In this case, a claim of fact can be made to convince people to accept the new fact. Here is an example. For the longest time, we knew for a fact that Pluto is a planet. This fact has been accepted since 1930. However, in 2003, this fact is no longer true. Pluto has been since demoted to a dwarf planet because of its size and location. In a case like this, a claim of fact can be used to debunk a previously held fact about Pluto. Here's an example of a claim of fact about Pluto. Although it was formerly believed that Pluto was a planet, astronomers at NASA now conclude that Pluto is no longer one based on size and location. There you go! Claims of fact are especially useful in cause and effect essays, classification and exemplification essays, descriptive essays, and definition essays. So, what do you think of claims of fact? Can you identify claims of fact in your past essays? Today, we discussed all there is to know about claims, what it is and what it is not. We also discussed what makes a good claim and what separates it from an obvious fact and a mere opinion. We also learned about claims of fact and the 4 situations in which they may be used in an essay. And that concludes today's episode about claims. I hope you learned something useful today that would help you write stronger essays with effective claims. For our next episode, we will learn about the next 2 claims, the claim of policy and the claim of value. We are dedicated to helping you become better readers and better writers. This is Teacher Kit reminding you to keep reading because a reader is a leader. Keep writing and you can change the world. Keep being awesome and see you next time in Reading and Writing.